morning. This is cause number 2021-18598 in the interest of Avery and Lila McBride. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I solemnly swear to nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Please state your name, ma'am, and your relationship to the child.
My name is Jamie King, and I am the mother of both Avery and Lila.
All right, for the state.
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, ma'am. Court will note that the non-custodial parents, Keith Andrews McWright II, Mr. McWright, was served on April 20th, 2021 at 5:13 p.m. at 5316 Acorn Court in League City, Galveston County, Texas. He has not filed an answer. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll proceed by default.
Your Honor, the state is asking that you enter State's Exhibit A into evidence. You should have it there with you.
Well, what is it?
It is a screenshot from Mr. Andrus from his Facebook account. Do you see it?
I see it, but what relevance is this?
Do you see the part? It's on the second page where it talks about that he's making $24,000 a month in the last 90 days, and it has where he's received funds, the money received.
24K in 90 days.
And then
it says. Ask me something. All right, State's Exhibit A. Ma'am, have you had an opportunity to look at State's Exhibit A? Ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Have you had an opportunity to look at State's Exhibit A?
Which is the screenshots.
Yes.
And do you have any objection to me admitting that into evidence?
No.
All right. The State's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state would like to call Jamie King. Miss King, who is Avery Andreas McWright?
My son.
How old is he?
7.
What is his birth date?
6/26/14.
And who's his father?
Keith Andreas McWright.
And when Avery was born, do you remember Mr. McWright coming to the hospital and signing the acknowledgement of fraternity?
For Avery, yes.
Okay. And who is Lila Hope McWright?
My daughter.
How old is she?
5.
When is her birth date?
1/19/16.
And who is Lila's father?
Keith Andreas McWright.
And how do you know that Keith Andreas McWright is her father?
We were in an exclusive relationship and the only one at the time.
Okay, and is there a possibility that anyone else can be Lila's father?
No.
And are you asking this court to establish a parent-child relationship between Lila McWright and Keith Andreas McWright? Your Honor, did you hear her? Because I didn't.
No.
Can you respond? You went. You went out.
I said yes.
Okay, thank you. And what type of conservatorship are you requesting?
Joint managing.
Okay, and what type? Are you requesting also that there be a geographic restriction to Harris contiguous counties? Correct.
Correct.
And what type of visitation are you requesting for Mr. McWright?
Possession and access. Standard possession. Revised.
Okay, you went out on that last part. So can you repeat it again? Because you're kind of going in and out.
Sorry, let me maybe. Standard possession.
Okay, and with that standard possession, what else are you requesting with that?
All visits are supervised by the paternal grandparents, and that's what we're doing.
Is that what you're doing currently?
Yes.
All right,
And
let's go back to the conservatorship. It's joint managing conservator, but who has the right to designate the residents?
she does.
Well,
I do.
I haven't heard her say that.
Okay, Ms. King, are you requesting to have the right to designate the primary residence within Harris or contiguous counties?
Yes,
Thank you. Okay, and you stated that you're requesting that he have a standard possession order, but that all visits be supervised by the paternal grandparents, correct?
correct.
And that's what you've been currently doing since you two have separated, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And in terms of, since you,
Hold on. Where is this visitation to take place?
At the paternal grandparents' house.
Doesn't say that in this order.
did you look on page 3?
I'm sorry.
It's on page 3.
Page 3 of 22 is found that all periods of possession must be supervised by the paternal grandparents. What does that say? That doesn't say where.
He lives where he lives. He lives at the paternal grandparents' home. That's where he lives. That's where he's always lived. That's where he lives.
It's still, so what if the,
I can
what if
update
he
it.
moves or whatever? We need to put at the residence,
Okay.
at their residence. All periods of possession must be supervised by the paternal grandparents at their place of residence. Okay, we need to include that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Ms. King, since you've separated from Mr. Mc, how much financial support has he provided you for the children?
There was a one-time payment of $600 in cash.
Okay. And what does Mr. McWright do for a living?
He is a Forex trader,
What, I'm sorry?
a foreign exchange trader.
Foreign exchange trader. Which, can you define that? What is that?
I believe it's trading currencies between, and then I believe also in stock markets and whatnot like that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. And I'm going to share screen so I can. Okay. Well, you've already seen it. So we're going to look at the screenshot, which you sent me of his Facebook page. And on the third page, it shows that he is, how much do you believe he's making per month?
Roughly 20,000 a month.
And how does that screenshot prove that?
Oh, I
This
believe
says, this
24.
says the last 90 days, money in $24,982.01.
Okay, I believe that's guess it was in the 90 days.
So that might be $8,000 a month average.
Mm,
All right, you all need to look at this a little more. I'm not going to hear this case until we get this straightened out. Do you have any tax returns or anything like that?
Your Honor, no, he's not here. We don't have any tax returns. He's never showed up. This is the only information we have regarding his income. He's never appeared.
Well, Ms. King, were you living with him at any time?
until I lived with him for about 8 years until March of 2020.
For about 8 years, and he was making $20,000 a month there, during the period that you were living with him?
Full time, Your Honor. There was a few years where the last 3 years that I lived in the same home as him, we weren't together at one point. Also, there's a lot of privacy. All I know about the money he's made is those screenshots I have from just this past year.
Well, can you get the child support officer to possibly look into income?
There's no other. He's self-employed. If he's a forex trader, there's no other income reported. I looked.
Well, I mean, I can't base this on $20,000 a month. This says the last 90 days.
Okay, so we'll divide that by 90 days, and we'll.
Well, all right. We're going to recess so that you can get this straightened out. I have a problem with the whole deal.
Okay, Ms. King, just go back to the other Zoom, and then we'll come back.